Good day. Welcome to First Take exclusively on YouTube. I'm Molly Karam. That's Stephen A. Smith. And 12 is back. Stephen A., that's right. Ja Morant made his return to the court on Tuesday after a 25-game suspension, finishing with 34 points, the game-winning buzzer beater. Quite a return. And a 115-113 win against the Pelicans. Now, before Ja's return, the Grizzlies lost 5 straight and currently have the second worst record in the West. Morant heard all the noise while he was away. Take a listen.
Ja running off the floor, someone caught you on camera saying, "I keep receipts."
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? And secondly, what was your meeting?
I feel like it's self-explanatory. Yeah, I remember everything that was said.
Stephen A., can Ja take the Grizzlies back to the playoffs this season?
I believe he can. I think he's a superstar. He's unstoppable. His athleticism is off the charts. His courage, his moxie, it's off the charts. He's a flat-out superstar in this league, and it's good to see him. I don't know what the hell he's keeping receipts for. For what exactly? For people talking about what he did to himself? Because anybody that loves the game of basketball loves watching Ja Morant play. If anything, we were disgusted that he found himself in a situation to get himself off the court so we couldn't watch the spectacular talent on a night-in, night-out basis. So the receipts that he should be keeping are the receipts he owes to other people for depriving us of witnessing his greatness for the first 25 games of this season. That's really what it comes down to. He is electrifying. He is box office. And the other thing that I peel from all of this is that watching him play and watching him perform, I think anybody with sense would tell you at this particular moment in time, if you had to revisit the draft that involved Zion Williamson being #1 overall and him going #2, you'd find yourself taking Ja Morant #1 overall, because when he's on the court, he is every bit as electrifying as you need him to be. Zion Williamson obviously is somebody that can be electrifying himself, but he's missed about 63% of his games, primarily because of injuries, and some would equate that to him not taking care of himself conditioning-wise. And you don't have that issue with Ja Morant. So again, the troubles weren't good. It wasn't good that he got himself suspended twice. But in the end, what it comes down to is that when this brother is on the floor, we all benefit from it because he is that great as far as I'm concerned. He's a taller, even more athletic version of the great Allen Iverson. That's who Ja Morant is. That's how spectacular he is.
Stephen A., let me ask you this before we move on. Do you think Ja can still be the future face of the NBA?
I think it's going to be a long shot. I think that he has to be electrifying consistently, and he has to focus and commit himself to just basketball and avoiding some of this nonsense that he's gotten himself involved with. That all has to come together as well. I want to reiterate support from him from the standpoint he committed no crimes. He wasn't in violation of any laws in these United States of America. But it was the NBA bylaws, their iconic brand that they are and what they thought besmirched it, that got himself into trouble. So that's the situation right there. Of course, he could be the face. But then you look at guys like an Anthony Edwards and what he's bringing to the table as a young stud and superstar in this league. I think you see guys like him and you say to yourself, excuse me, he's on the come up, doesn't find himself in any kind of trouble. But to answer the question, the short answer is yes. I think Ja has a chance, definitely so, because we know what he brings to the table. But he needs to win, and he needs to make sure nothing like this happens again.
Yeah. And people love a good redemption story. But someone who many would consider the face of the NBA, either LeBron or this guy, Steph Curry, led the Warriors with 33 points in an overtime win over the Celtics last night. With 3 seconds on the clock, Curry nailed a game-winning 3, snapping Boston's 5-game win streak. You saw him, putting them to sleep. To nobody's surprise, Curry currently leads the league in three-pointers with 121. Before this season, Curry's led the league and made three-pointers 7 different times. Stephen A., we talked about it on the show, how impressed Shaq was with him. How impressed are you with Steph Curry's continued excellence, even this year, this late in his career?
Well, that's the part that I think we should celebrate about people like him and LeBron James. In the case of Steph Curry, he's the greatest shooter God ever created. I've never seen a shooter like him in my life that can shoot from anywhere on the court, off the dribble, standing still, set shot, jump shot, falling away, shooting straight up, doesn't miss. I mean, the brother is unbelievable. And he's in all the years that he's been in the NBA, Molly, he's only shot less than 40% from three-point range once.
Yep.
That's it. That's it. And that's when his health was compromised. This dude is electrifying. Make no mistake about it. He's box office in every way, but he's also the model citizen. And you take those things into consideration, and this is the thing that I celebrate about him and LeBron James. They never cheat us with their conditioning. They come ready. This is what we're employing somebody like a Zion to do. It takes a lot. You know me and Molly on a significantly lesser level, some of my health issues and the challenges that I've had and how hard I've worked just to get in some kind of decent conditioning. Yes, I'm older than them, but I marvel at these guys and knowing that they have it all, the money that they get, the success that they've enjoyed, him and LeBron, and to look at them. Look at Steph Curry and how he's grown. He's slim, he's slender, but he's defined, he's in shape. He's running up and down the court every single night. You had J.R. Smith on social media months ago literally talking about how one of his teammates, Matthew Dellavedova, almost died because he was chasing Steph Curry around there to take him to the hospital and give him some oxygen and all that stuff because he was that spent from having to run after Steph Curry all the damn time because Steph Curry is in that kind of shape, just like LeBron is in the phenomenal shape that he's in. When you got guys that have achieved what they've achieved, along with the wealth that has come with it, but yet they never cheat you with their effort because they make sure that they prioritize who they are as brands and that they're in peak literal condition. A literal old reporter like me or somebody else sits up there and look at these guys that we're covering, and if you got any kind of pride, you actually say to yourself, damn, can I get in any kind of decent shape to the best of my ability since I got to literally sit here and judge what these guys are doing on a day in, day out basis? Can I throw away the cereal and the candy and all of this stuff? Yeah, you could do that because they inspire you to do it. They really do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Continued greatness. Always putting on a show, even this late in their career. It's beyond impressive and inspiring. Stephen A., we're going to leave it there. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
And thanks so much for everybody watching First Take here on YouTube. Obviously, we got our exclusive segments here, and you can always check us out Monday through Friday, regular First Take on ESPN, 10 a.m. Eastern. Have a fabulous holiday, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging with us.